A native of Kenmore, New York, Bob Engel excelled in the classroom at Kenmore East High School, blazing a trail to attend his dream school, Notre Dame University.
St. Vincent would often speak about divine providence as the guiding force in his life. And really what he meant by that was life throws all of us curveballs. Bob lost his dad as a high school student, and he was all set to go to Notre Dame, and the direction of his life changed. And gratefully we ended up with Bob at Niagara as, you know, one of our most prestigious alums. A tremendous student, a wonderful person, and a person with great energy and passion for the Vincentian mission.
And the folks at Niagara, I've heard the story a couple of times, but the folks at Niagara helped him, and he got through it and became an accountant, and then went on to do the great things that he was able to do. But he obviously thinks a lot of Niagara and comes back each year to support it, and that's the loyalty. He is one of the most loyal folks I've ever met.
While Bob's personal commitment to his family brought Bob to Niagara University, it did not change his dedication to his academic experience.
You rarely find someone who decides on his own to sit in the first row and in the middle seat right in front of the teacher. Students get afraid of that position, and Bob was right there. He had no fear. And every time a question was asked, he was one of the first to raise his hand and answer the question, that type of thing. So he was very bright, attentive.
After graduating from Niagara University with a bachelor's degree in accounting in 1975, Bob entered the workforce with the same passion and attention to detail that he held for his academics.
So I first met Bob Engel in the fall of 1981. We both were working at the same accounting firm, and Bob was my supervisor, and I was told to make sure that his pencils were sharpened properly, and it was at a fine client, Welch Foods. Every day Bob liked to have his popsicles delivered to him, his Welch Food popsicle, and of course they had to be grape, they had to be purple.
I don't know of anybody that works harder than Bob Engel. Like, really, he just tireless. I don't know of anybody more generous than Bob, and just as honest as the day is long. He always had a saying, just let me give you my 2 cents, Larry. Whatever you're doing, let me give you my 2 cents. And I always have. Years later, when I'm about to do something, I always pick up the phone and call Bob. If it's something financial, I'll say, hey Bob, what do you think about this? And he gives me his 2 cents.
Bob's career eventually took him to Colorado, where he ultimately became the president and CEO of CoBank. Despite Bob's incredible professional success, he has never lost sight of the Vincentian values he learned at Niagara University. In fact, Chris Polizinski, the retired president and CEO of Land O'Lakes, noted,
along with his great success professionally, personally Bob was and remains one of the go-to people I know who are always willing to help out with someone in need, from volunteering his time to support education initiatives to donating to charities too many to mention. Bob is willing to share both his talent and his treasure.
Bob's enormously generous. One of his cardinal rules is that which he gives to Regis University is exactly that which he gives to Niagara University. Now that's a remarkable, generous, and wonderful gift to both universities.
How can I serve this university? What can we do better for the students of Niagara University? And that was always his focus. As you know, we gave him an honorary degree. And you know, an honorary degree is because, not just because of years of service, but because of the distinction of service. And that was clear with Bob. And especially so at the end of his, coming to the end of his term at CoBank, and the very gracious gift he gave to Niagara University to establish a scholarship.
Whether working on preschool programs for disadvantaged youth, serving on the board of trustees for his alma mater, or working as the chairman of the board of Regis University, Bob is committed to being a servant leader in education.
And he leads in service by giving example. The other day at our fall board meeting, Bob made a point of saying, I'm putting my stake down on Regis University, as I have for Niagara University. What a wonderful foregrounding of his own generosity and his service. He has been with us now as chair for 2 years, but he has served on our board since 2008, and I am deeply grateful and delighted for his work with us.
He feels very, very strongly about creating a future for young people in higher education, because he knows the future that was created for him and his ability to give back. And he and Linda are just wonderful examples of Vincentian leadership and passion.
For his professional success and his continued commitment to service and education, Niagara University is proud to present Robert B. Engel with the Medal of Honor.